rarely sit at home, look around us and think about the journey of how a home came to be. How it keeps us warm, sheltered from the rain, and somewhere we have a safe place to truly feel at ease. Whether we're in a townhouse, yurt, apartment, boat, or a 19th century building, it makes no difference. We all seek that shelter, and no matter where you are or what it looks like, it is about making it work for you and your life at present. For us, the day had finally arrived. After months of living out of a bag in multiple locations, including a campground for 2 weeks, our home of just 21 feet was arriving on our land. We bought this old 1984 21-foot caravan that would soon become our home. We had a local builder keep it in his yard, so he was able to start the renovation process. With my designs, it got stripped to just its 4 walls and refitted to make it more livable. Due to the lack of supplies, lockdowns and multiple issues, it took 3 months to be completed. There was still some work remaining, but projects that we could complete by ourselves. On moving day, it didn't quite go to plan. Due to the poor condition of the chassis, it took a very painful 1.5 hours to just get it winched onto the truck. My heart was in my mouth. I could barely watch it as it made its way up the ramp. This caravan was about to become our home, and it was extremely precious to us. There was simply no other option as to where we could live, but our home was on the move. The day before we prepped the land for its arrival, we had some stones delivered and we laid them down at the entrance as well as underneath the caravan location. I was very pleased to see the caravan arrive safely and in one piece. Luckily, we had an amazing driver who skillfully moved it into place. He was so helpful and patient and understood the importance of our home. So here we are in the caravan that has finally been put into place on the land, and we have a list of tasks that we need to complete, but we have no electricity and we're wondering how we're going to manage this. We did buy a generator, but it is so loud. We thought we can't have this running all the time. So we had a few weeks without any electricity, and then one of our kind neighbours popped by and asked if we'd like to be connected up to their power source, which was amazing. So we ran a really long lead from our caravan into their garage, called the electrician out and got him to check all the wiring and the sockets and the lights. It finally came, the day when we could connect up and switch on the light switch for the first time. It was such a great feeling. All those times where I've just come home from work or wherever and just come home and switched on the light switch and not even thought about it. But after that experience, I am so grateful for having electricity, somewhere to charge my phone, to plug my hairdryer in, and of course switch the lights on at night. Very big life lesson there, and has made such a difference in our lives. The caravan has 8 windows with unusual dimensions, so it was time to create some privacy and make some curtains. Due to its size and working on a budget, it took some initial planning and a couple of days to make them. I set up our camping table inside and hooked up my sewing machine to the neighbour's electricity. I decided to use lightweight white metal poles. I measured the lengths and cut them to fit under each pelmet. I made the curtains by sewing around the hems and creating a loop at the top, just big enough to fit the pole. For the fabric, I chose a neutral colour, so that way if I decided to decorate again, it would just complement any colour. They create just enough privacy at night and just enough shade on a sunny day. Overall, I'm so pleased with the result, and it creates such a nice cosy feel in here. It was about 2 months ago that we left our rental, moving, living in other people's homes with many problems along the way. So it was time to get some balance back into our lives. My birthday was due, so we treated ourselves to a beautiful little Airbnb. It made me realise not only how far we had come, but how life had become so procedure-based. Some of the fun had gone, and it was all about deadlines, tasks, meetings, and what's for dinner. How many times do we move through life, clocking in and out, only to find that when we finally catch a breath of air, wonder what we even did in the past week. Sometimes we need to stop, take a breath from the painting and revisit it the next day. We can then look at it again with a new set of eyes and a fresh perspective. We are then able to find that reason why, maybe make some changes and reset for the better. As I close my curtains at night, switch on my bedside lamp to read my book, I appreciate the tiny roof over my head and the lengths it took to get here. I think about the accumulation of people who came together to get it here, including the tree that grew to give us a wooden frame, the factory worker who put the caravan together, and the farmer who worked tirelessly to collect the cotton for our curtains.